a music man. Wanna hear your rockin' band. Play it loud, don't you play it sweet. I gotta feel it in my feet. Boogie, woogie, rock and roll.
She walks by, she sing and dance, she jump and shout. You gotta get up, come on. You gotta get up, come on.
But here you are, and you are real. I'm loving you,
Loving you,
loving me. I know that I can show you.
Who is this?
This movie, for all true fans of music, is going to be incredible because they're going to experience the authenticity of the period.
Dance, 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 everybody now dance, dance, dance. Dance.
It might sound like you could have heard it on the radio in 1958, but it's brand new.
Fun, fun, fun in the sun. Good vibrations everywhere.
Music is really the driving force behind the Identical. They were able to bring together a sound that was so real, so authentic.
The music was from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and that was the greatest part of my career growing into a successful producer and writer.
Bebop and baby shake, rock it and roll.
When you talk about a hit record in the 50s or a hit record in the 60s, I mean, Jerry was going after it all the time.
I spent 10 years with Motown, and first things we got to record was 2 songs on the Jackson 5, 2 songs on Diana Ross, 2 songs on Smokey Robinson, and of course had hits with Michael Jackson.
You know, you think about how influential that music was, and to know that you're working with the guy that was right there.
It's a long way to Nashville, through the Vegas neon lines.
If you can have that driving force of somebody who lived it, somebody who was there, someone who had hits in that time, it's going to be more authentic.
We had a rock and roll group called the Honey Drops, and we actually toured with Sam Cooke, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, so we got a real taste of the excitement of rock and roll in those days.
I think this boy's a star.
The movie has a ton of music, and not just music, but live performances. It's important that it was recorded a certain way, that it was performed a certain way, and it was written a certain way.
Whatever was on the top of the charts in that time period, the music was written to reflect that.
Man, are you listening to this?
Yeah. Wow.
I ain't never heard anything like this before.
You go into a honky-tonk and you're hearing Darcey and Mo singing in the honky-tonk as if you were there in the 50s and 60s. Angel of Mine.
I was wondering if you'd ever ask me out. What took you so long, anyway?
I was afraid you'd say no.
Well, I didn't, did I?
No, you didn't.
You hear the song now and you're like, it's not an old song? This is not a remake?
Surely somebody wrote that back in, what was, no.
Yeah, no, it's an original song, and that speaks to Jerry's credibility.
There's something about you that I feel that makes me want to stay. Girl, don't you get your love on.
There's a few songs in this movie that I feel cross over to today. They're kind of just a timeless thing that works.
A gypsy man I'll always be.
Jimmy Carslake and the Morph Kings and his partner Rick Harshaw, they wrote a lot of the 70s stuff, and they just nailed it.
You better mellow down easy. You got a lot to learn. Oh, I cannot see what's right in front of me.
You can sit here, you know, in the year 2014 and do a live show, and people are clapping their hands and, you know, smiling and dancing. That's a pretty telling thing.
See your lights keep on shining. See you shining. Oh, shining.
what's happening, movie fans? I've got an interesting movie fact for all you Fast and Furious fans out there. Even if you're not, you can still stay tuned. Now, did you know that Michelle Rodriguez, who plays Letty, did not have a driver's license before she began filming for the first movie of the series? Interesting. So I wonder which one of the team taught her to drive. Who would be your choice of driving instructor? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. I'm Valerie, and remember, don't bark if you can't bite. See ya!